A lot of people don't understand um, the holiness of God or the wretchedness of their own sin. And oftentimes that causes them to justify their own sin, to say, their sin is either not that much sin, or it's been only a few things that they've done as sinful, or that it's a small sin, or even if it's a big sin, that it's somehow justified, and will tip the blame to God and how unrighteous God is if He will not take you to heaven just because you've sinned or don't accept His way, that you don't obey the gospel or believe God. Um, and so then they throw it back on Him. And in order to do that, they have to use His ultimate morality in order to judge Him by. Because without God, our individual moralities or our collective moralities are really just opinions, and it's all about whose opinions do we agree with more than somebody else's opinion. And so um, there really is no ultimate morality, objective morality without God. There's just subjective viewpoints and opinions. Um, and so they justify their sin from their point of view and conclude that God would be unjust if He was going to send us to hell. Uh, and so it really comes from a place of not understanding sin and not understanding the holiness of God. God is holy. He's separated. He's pure. There is no darkness in Him. There's no shadow of turning. There's no unrighteousness in Him. There's no sin in Him. And um, with humanity, that's not the case. We're all sinful. And so I liken it to Ebola. If you're going to be around Ebola, you want the top of the line hazmat suit with the top of the line air filtration system and everything sealed up from head to foot. If you're going to be around Ebola, now would you do that just for, to protect yourself from 80% of Ebola, or 90% of Ebola, or really even every single bit of Ebola? I don't want to be around any of it. I don't want the tiniest singular germ of Ebola around me. I want to be sealed off, separated from it. And that's what we are to God because we're sinful. Um, we really become what we are. So He made a way through Christ and the gospel how we can be freed from our sin in order to choose Him. Otherwise, we're saying,